Bill Maher gets destroyed by a leftist. Yes, a leftist over his insane take. That's too left-wing for even somebody on the left. Yes, guys, I know it's hard to believe, but it is true. TDS Bill is back at it again, and he's better or worse, depending on your perspective, than ever. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But first, everybody, do me who's solid here and help me out. Like our video, share it around, and if you're new, subscribe to the Resist the Mainstream YouTube channel so we can keep delivering you guys this great, hard-hitting content. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back. As always, everyone, I'm your host, Arian. Let's get into the show.
But I've been trying to get Gavin to run for president for a very long time. And
are you serious? Are we living in Gavin Newsom's California? Why?
Yeah, and I'm sure your life is just a
I
nightmare.
left because of him.
Oh, right, you're in
Moved to
Florida?
Miami.
It's so, you know what? I'll tell you something.
Lived here my whole
In 2020, I've lived here since '83.
Okay.
And I love where I live. I love California.
I lived in Malibu.
I'm dug in here. I share your frustrations with California. I do. And those are the things I was saying to him.
I mean, this is one I think I could speak to
again,
pretty eloquently.
Are you happier in Florida?
Yeah.
What is it in Florida that compensated more than what you had here?
It feels less crazy than it does here. Here, you just
Florida's less crazy.
Yeah. Hear me out. Hear me out on this.
Really?
Here's
the
what I
place
mean.
where the people are on bath salts, like fucking an alligator?
Sage Steele asked me, she's like, what was the moment when you felt like California had lost its mind? And it was a piece of legislation that I can't recall.
Did it affect your life?
But Bill,
did it affect your life?
Is the crime affecting our lives? Is the homelessness affecting our lives?
Was crime affecting your life here in California?
Yeah, absolutely. My house got broken into.
Your house got broken into?
Yes, and guess what? The relationship with PG&E, my house burned down in 2018.
Where's your house?
I lived in Malibu.
This is such a typical leftist gaslight of pretending like your issues or concerns are totally irrelevant and you're stupid for even believing them. Notice how Bill makes her admit that she had her house broken into for her opinion to be valid. Okay, hypothetical scenario here. Let's say that stabbings and shootings have massively gone up in your neighborhood. You hear them just about every single night, and you've heard that random victims are being targeted. Do you have to be harmed, possibly permanently, possibly killed first to start caring about it? You need to get stabbed or shot, and then you have a right to start giving a crap about the issue? Of course not. That's ludicrous to argue, but that's exactly the logic Bill Maher is doing when he asks if whether her house got broken into or not. Dude, really?
Malibu.
Yeah.
You got broken into in Malibu?
I got...
Things are rough out there.
And it was so nuts.
And
guess who let the guy out during COVID? Because I got the letter. Newsom. It was the guy's third offense.
Newsom is not the only guy who seems to be completely cool with crime. Added to the list with Newsom is the great honorable Joseph Robinette Biden, who aside from doing nothing about criminals in the United States, seems to be doing nothing to stop this ongoing crisis of inflation. And that is why, everybody, I've decided to take matters into my own hands, and I'm now investing in precious metals. Why am I doing this, guys? It's real simple, okay? As the value of the dollar historically has gone down, the value of gold has gone up. Sounds like it might be a good hedge against inflation. So check it out, everybody. To learn more, you can go to rtmgold.com. You can type the link in your web browser or click the link in the description. What's more, you can roll over your IRA and 401k penalty and tax-free. Yes, you heard that right. So check it out, everybody. rtmgold.com.
He broke into our house. He had duct tape and a video camera. Anyway, long story, but third strike, guy goes to jail, gets let out during COVID. I mean, give me a break. You're not going to hold PG&E accountable for that fire in 2018.
Yeah.
You're going to decriminalize everything but regulate nothing. You're prioritizing the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Come on, really?
I totally believe the story that the lady is telling about the criminal getting let out even after having a third strike. Newsom actually did pretty much a jailbreak initiative where he let over 76,000 criminals be eligible for an early release. Many of whom, by the way, are just crazy, violent people who are in there for bad crime. It's insane.
Again, my thing with Gavin is, first of all, he can win. First of all, I just like him. I think he's really smart. Really? Is he a politician? Yes. That's the... Hello, is he slick? Good. I'm fucking glad he's slick. Slick people win elections. Clinton was slick. Obama was pretty slick.
How do you feel about the way he handled COVID? California was the last state to reopen.
Not for it.
Shut the schools forever.
Not for it.
Mind you, with no mask on at the French Laundry after saying you can't.
Again, you are just. I think you've been captured by this.
No, I haven't. He's a
what,
hypocrite, and that bothers me. The rules were absurd.
Okay.
Bill.
I know, but it's
Bill,
like
they were
really
absurd.
You're obsessing.
I'm not,
again,
though.
about
what was done right.
You're obsessing about the dandruff.
If he was
went to the wrong restaurant.
The obvious reality here is Bill just doesn't care about the COVID lockdowns. As a rich, liberal, leftist elite, he was pretty much untouched while people had their lives destroyed, often irreparably so. You had countless lives lost to suicide, just tragic. And for people who didn't ultimately make that decision, you had so many small business owners who lost their livelihoods forever. In fact, I think the stat in California is anywhere from 1 in 3 to 1 in 4 literally will never have their business again because of what he did with those heinous lockdowns. But hey, it's no big deal to Bill Maher. He was able to just do his silly comedy show from his laptop, so who cares, right? Also, I love his remark about how it's obsessive to care about that. Really? They completely ripped the Constitution to shreds, and you're obsessive for not forgiving them for it? Okay, how about instead of electing Gavin Newsom, we have some accountability for him? How about that? I would love to see it.
Restaurant. Really?
Bill,
this is it,
he didn't follow his own rules. If you're going to be a leader, you lead by example. That's not fucking dandruff. If he was the COO of a company, wasn't there like
there's
$90
two choices.
billion?
I can almost guarantee whoever he's going to run against from the Republican Party, although every time I make the decision independently, I almost guarantee that I will think he's smarter, better at government, which Republicans don't even take seriously. They don't know how government works. Democrats are at least wonks. They actually know how government works. It's actually very complicated. You have to study it. It's arcane. It takes a lot of people in a lot of rooms at 3 a.m. with boxes of stale pizza and coffee and making and crafting laws that you'll never read but affect your life. People who actually really get things done.
Okay.
Is he that kind of person? Yes, I think he is.
Well, I'll agree with Bill Maher on one thing where we found common ground. Democrats do actually know how government works better than Republicans. Maybe not for the right reasons. I don't like any of the things they actually get done, but to Bill's credit, he's basically right. At the end of the day, Democrats effectively wield political power and use it. Republicans are, generally speaking, just too chicken to do it. So he's not wrong there. And now to see Bill Maher get stomped around a little bit more for his crazy, insane support of Gavin Newsom.
I know you're friends with Newsom.
Yeah.
We live here, right?
Oh,
we
yes.
live in California. I was born here. In Oakland, they have Kaiser Hospital, where my pediatrician was. The hospital put out a notice last week, employees are not to leave for lunch. It's too dangerous.
Right.
In downtown
Yes,
Oakland. That's on him. Our homeless problem, I don't want to hear that the homeless problem is intractable. You want to be CEO? It's your problem. It's your desk.
Yeah.
I know you like him, but I just think I can't imagine him having the gall to run to lead this country when he's run this state into the ground. When we just had Governor Brown not that long ago, Oakland was safe. Things were going on. It's not good. It's not. He looks very shiny, but he's not a straight shooter, and he's not willing to do the hard things to make this state better. And that's his only job. He doesn't realize that. He thinks it's to go sing Kumbaya with a former Marvelette at New College of Florida to make some vague point. Meanwhile, back in our state, people are dying in these encampments.
Well, I'm hoping that running nationally will bring him more to the center.
Okay.
Maher hopes that Gavin Newsom, with his shiny, greasy, gelled, slick back hair, is going to move to the center after he runs. Yeah, okay. Well, his track record in California with homeless people all over the place, rampant crime, jailbreak bills so criminals can come out and commit more crimes, his insane COVID lockdowns where he destroyed small businesses forever, stomped on our First Amendment rights, all good. No big deal. He's a good politician and he's slick, and that wins elections, so it's all good. What kind of logic is this? Just insane, guys. Anyways, we really hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for tuning in. As always, everybody, please be sure to comment below. Let us know what you liked about the video, what kind of content you want to see in the future, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks, and God bless.